All right, we're here to do a little protein bar taste test. I figured we couldn't just take my word for it, so I invited my wife to join me, and we'll give you our opinions about at least these couple protein bars that we have here.
Because we all know how honest I am.
Yes, exactly. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I would probably, like, looking at these, probably pick based off label.
Okay.
So I think this one looks the most enticing, so
Okay.
I would probably just want to pick that one
Let's
first.
do that one first. Great. All right, first up, we have a Think Bar. I tried to get these all in like the same amount, like flavors, and they're close but not perfect. So this is a chocolate peanut butter cookie dough flavor.
How big of bites are you taking here?
I figured we would just split it in half,
Oh,
but you don't have to eat the whole thing.
okay.
We need to save that so we can look at the macros. Ooh, here you go. Ready?
Mmm.
Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not disappointed.
I think that's delicious.
I think the label, I mean, they never look like the label does.
Yeah.
But biting into it, little crunch, and like,
Yeah.
pretty pleasant.
Okay, let's rate it. Okay, so this one was 180 calories for the whole bar.
Okay.
You got 14 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein.
If I would have seen that before biting into it or choosing it off a shelf, I don't think I would have chosen it. Because I'm a lower fat kind of girl.
Yeah. Are you saving this to eat?
Maybe. This
Eat
one
this
might
later?
be. This might be go back in.
Okay. All right,
Let's not waste this.
we'll keep that one. All right. Do we want to just go in order now? Or do you want to pick again based
No,
on?
let's go in order.
All right. Next up, a Builder Bar. I used to eat these all the time. This one is a chocolate peanut butter. So similar.
I'm also a sucker for cookie dough, so maybe that.
Yeah. What's that cookie dough?
Not bad.
Okay. I like this wrapper. I'm gonna give it a.
You like the wrapper? I like the texture. I like the crunchiness of that. Ugh. But I didn't taste much.
Yeah, I don't think the taste was very good. I don't love the texture. It's a little heavy, like hard work.
I want there to be some substance though.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like this is
Solid.
This is
I do not
Good
think I'm
amount.
gonna come back to this one, so I'm putting my half in the trash.
okay.
Want to go to macros?
Yeah, let's look at macros before I can rate it.
290 calories. There's your substance. 11 grams of fat.
Okay.
29 grams of carbs. 20 grams of protein.
Yeah, so this is almost,
This is
I wouldn't
like
say double, but 110 more. So that makes sense. Okay.
Have you done your overalls? Oh, you have been doing overalls.
Yeah, but I
okay.
think for the overall, we need to like add it up.
Yeah.
And then that's, I think we don't
alright.
do the overall. Would you recommend that one?
I wouldn't not recommend it. I just might not buy that flavor again. Because I have had these bars that I like.
I would recommend it.
Okay, I've been really excited to try this one. Kirkland, so good old Costco. Chocolate peanut butter chunk.
She brought these home here's my first reservation. When you can do this to a bar and like just push it back, I'm not a fan.
For the record, it has been in our cabinet, not in our car. So it's
Right,
not like
that's
melted.
not melted.
Okay. Oh wait, that's not what I expected though.
That is exactly what I expected.
It's like a brownie.
What's the flavor of this one?
Oh, sorry. This is a chocolate peanut butter chunk.
Okay, I'm gonna bite off the side just because I want that chunk. I want to give it a good rating.
I'll get the same chunk.
Exactly what I expected it to texturally taste like.
Oh,
We're good on that one.
I kind of like this one.
That's disgusting.
I feel you though
That
on
is
the texture.
disgusting. No.
I don't like it as much as I like the Think one. Okay.
And that's a hard no recommend.
All right, does the package of this one do anything for you?
No,
Okay, great.
it does not.
Okay. I agree. Nothing. I'm gonna give it.
How are these macros though? I bet these are the best macros.
That
Taste
was
the
kind of
worst.
why I was excited to try it because the macros, from what I looked at, if I remember correctly, are pretty good. Okay, macros. 180 calories.
Okay, so same as the Think Bar.
Yes. 6 grams of fat.
Okay, so what was this one? 14, so
Like
less than
half. 23 grams of carbs.
Okay,
21 grams of protein.
see? Like,
That's a dang good bar.
yeah, well, let's be careful with the words we use. I don't think it's good.
Oh,
I think it
okay.
tastes
all right.
terrible. That's a great macro
Yeah,
bar.
that's a good one.
But that's the thing is like, if I'm recommending this for someone that counts like macros, I would recommend that for them.
Yeah.
If I've never tasted it though, that would be fine. If I have tasted it, I'm not recommending. That is terrible.
Okay.
I want people to enjoy their food, but also
I don't know about terrible. I did
That
not
was
taste
terrible.
a lot of peanut butter. For
there's gonna be one bar on this that is worse than this one.
the good
But-
news is this came in a 2-pack because it's Costco, and the other pack is, I believe, cookie dough, right? Or cookies and cream,
Cookies and cream.
which is a flavor you do like. So you might like that one better. Okay, this is a plant-based bar.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to get like a plant-based protein bar. So this is a true bar.
I like this packaging.
I also like this packaging.
Yeah.
This looks like you could find it on Southwest.
Totally.
Okay, so this is Saltylicious Almond Love, but it does look like it could be chocolatey. So it's like
What's the
chocolatey nutty. Don't mind our dog.
What's the label? Which dog? The one that just got behind us?
That
Or the one that's over there? Saltylicious.
This is also interesting because it's like a different shape. You know, these ones are all like long and skinny, and then this one is like square. Ooh, it does have like a little chocolate shell.
Oh, I do love a chocolate
It's a
shell.
little melty, just so you know.
Okay. I thought you just told everyone this wasn't in our car, and now you're saying it's melty.
Oh, why is it melty?
I don't either. I'm also not a fan of any of this.
Okay, when you I was like, oh, do you like that?
I like the salt on the chocolate. I can't taste the chocolate because the inside is so bad. The aftertaste is not doing it for me.
Oh, you're saving that one?
No. It's just gonna go back in there.
I don't like that one. I could have spit that one out, honestly.
That one's hard to swallow.
Okay.
Okay, well, there's a worse flavor one then.
I'm gonna give
Honestly, flavor and texture were pretty bad.
Yeah, that
But I
was
already gave the Costco one
terrible.
1s, and that's the lowest one I can give. So how do I give a score
Well,
lower than that?
You messed up.
Should I change it? Maybe I give Costco a 2,
Maybe.
and then these a 1.
Okay. You ready for your macros?
Yeah,
190 calories.
I did like that wrapper though. Okay, 190.
Too bad you can't eat the wrapper.
I know.
9 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein.
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
Yeah,
I mean, the macros are fine.
Yeah.
They're not bad. But I'm not recommending that one for taste or macros.
No.
It kind of like lives in the middle for macros. But
it's a great example of like, don't get sucked in by a good wrapper. Because looks good, far from good.
But I think it's tough, right? Because this one is, if you looked at it, simply made with almonds and cocoa powder and pea protein. Then you have the long list of like labels.
Like it's vegan, right? Is that what
Yeah, plant-based, vegan, seed oil free, dairy free, soy free, sugar alcohol free, and no junk. And like, I completely agree, like eating more natural foods and not putting a bunch of like crap in your body, depending. But I want to also enjoy my food.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
Yeah, that one, I don't know. One thing we haven't noted on the macros is like the sugars that are added. We can go back through and talk about that. All right. Quest Bar. Really popular protein brand. This is a crispy chocolate peanut butter.
I hope there's like those rice kind of flakes like the Builder Bar had.
I'm trying to like not mess with the macros up, but too bad. All right, already happened.
Okay, I like the bar look.
Okay.
Don't feed my dog chocolate.
Our dog.
Yeah.
Looks like a Rice Krispie treat inside, so I think you're gonna get your Krispies.
Smell that. That smells yummy.
It does smell yummy. Kind of tastes like a Rice Krispie treat too.
I'll go back for another bite on that one. I don't remember this to be what Quest bars taste like.
Me either, honestly. Okay, I'm saying
I like that one.
Okay.
All right, read me the macros.
Okay, you got 200 total
Can you
calories.
see the label again?
There you go.
I don't love it. It
Yeah,
doesn't draw me in.
It doesn't draw me in. And here's why I think it does draw me in. Because it's a Quest bar, and it's just like such a popular like,
protein brand.
You know what I mean? But I agree. It doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, that tasted good.
That one might be my favorite taste.
I'm good on the texture. I think that was fine. Okay, you got 200 calories in this bar.
Okay.
You have 11 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, 18 grams of protein.
I kind of wanted that protein to be a little bit higher.
For sure.
Because the Builder Bar had 25? 20. Was this the highest? 20?
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you who like don't know the little
Ooh,
cheat.
this one was 21.
Oh.
I wouldn't recommend that.
For those of you who don't know like the little cheat, you really want to be able to like move the decimal point one spot on your calories. So like this one's 200 calories. So we'll move the decimal point one spot to the left. That gives you 20. Your protein should be equal to that. So we really should be seeing like 20 grams of protein in this bar for it to like have a good ratio of like calories based on protein.
And especially if you're looking for a protein bar.
For sure.
Everything can be called protein because there's going to be some protein in it. But if it really truly is a protein bar, that's a really great indicator.
So that, okay.
Okay, macros. Yeah, I mean, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
Which was a little better. Okay.
Yeah. Especially because it's pretty big.
A bear bell. I have never actually had a bear bell.
I've never had any of these except for the one that's coming.
I know you saved that one for last based on the order you picked, so that was bad. I've heard really good things about bear bells, so I'm pretty excited to try this. This is a caramel and cashew. So they didn't have, this one was hardest to find the flavor profile that we were going for, but what else? Caramel and cashew.
Oh. It's a little small.
Based on the packaging?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I like these.
Oh, but like, look at that like gooey.
That is gooey. I like the Crispies on the outside.
We've said that on every bar that has a crispy, so I think we do now.
I think I like a crispy. So, where are the Crispies when I bite into it?
I was really thinking the same thing. Super caramely.
I'm gonna take it or leave it. Let's read the macros.
There's a candy bar on that tastes like this.
It's almost like a Snickers to me.
Oh, I don't like Snickers.
But don't hear me say it tastes like a Snickers. It does not.
I don't know.
But like that's the closest I think it could be to
I feel like for the hype, I'm kind of disappointed on that one. Okay, 200 calories. So again, we're gonna look for that, like 20 grams of protein. 8 grams of fat. That's pretty good.
That's good.
18 grams of carbs.
Fine.
20 grams of protein.
That's nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would give that a 5 then. 5 out of 5 for macros.
I agree.
Texture. I mean, the texture was fine.
I think that wrapper is boring. That wrapper doesn't do anything for me.
I don't know. It is classy
Like
and like
sleek?
yeah. I was gonna say chic, but I do think the word I was looking for was sleek.
What do I give that on taste? Very okay.
Yeah, it's like middle of the pack. You do 0.5s. I haven't done 0.5 yet.
No,
but
I have not. Honestly, I think I'm with you. I like a little bit more of a crunch maybe. And like that was such a tease with the look of crunch and no crunch.
Zero crunch.
And after having a
Very
crunchy
crunchy.
bar, I think that made me rate that one like a little lower. Okay, I'm so sorry, Lacey. I'm so sorry. So when we were planning to do this, she said, I will taste protein bars as long as they are not RX bars. But I have to say, the RX bar had really good macros. We'll get to that in a second. But so
And here's the thing is, I just ate those for too many years every day, so I'm just over them.
Yeah.
It's been honestly probably 3 or 4 years since I've had one.
Okay.
So maybe the bad taste in my mouth
could be gone.
fine.
Okay, so this is a peanut butter chocolate.
For wrapper, in terms of like aesthetic, it is simple, but I've always loved that. That's why I originally got it, because it kind of just shows how simple the ingredients are.
Also melty. Why, is our house hot?
I'm not sure.
Crank.
I don't feel like it is.
Crank up that AC. There you go.
Okay.
It's like literally all over my hand.
Okay, little chocolate, little peanut. No. I know what it tastes like, so I'm good. I mean, it's not that bad. I'll just chew it.
I know why you didn't want to get one of those.
I wish I would have taken a smaller bite. I knew what I was getting myself into.
You really talked yourself into it. Like, it's been years. I don't need that. Okay. Macros.
210.
210
Is that the
calories.
highest?
No.
290. I do think it's the second one though.
Yeah.
So, look in comparison, like this one, much a bigger bar. Like it was that really big, thick bar. This one had 290 calories in it.
Yeah, this is pretty small.
This one, comparably, like, is even bigger, I would say. This one is the smallest bar on this table, but has one of the highest calories, which I find very interesting.
Dense.
Very dense. Maybe too dense, to be all honest. Okay, macros.
Oh, yeah.
9 fat, so 210 calories. 9 fat.
I know I messed up.
Carbs. It's fine, I can squeak in here. 23. A lot of carbs. And 12 grams of protein. So
Not
macros
great.
doesn't even hit the mark for
Yeah,
me.
not great. Okay. Are you doing quick math?
No. Which one was this? This was the fourth one in. This was the salty.
Yeah.
And we said macros were not great on that one, right?
How's it? Is it 190 and 12 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat?
Yeah. I think I
22
did
grams
that a
of
little too high there.
Honestly, it's like very similar. These ones.
And I wanted to give this one the 3.
These ones are very similar. They taste pretty bad. They have a very similar texture, and they have very similar macros. And they're both like the cleanest not great.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know.
Do you want to
I
look at?
kinda
Do you
know.
want to look at sugar? You want to go back through and look at the sugar?
Yeah, why not? Just for curiosity's sake.
We'll just go in order. So
Okay.
you start the first one. You get the second one.
This has 1 gram of sugar.
Okay.
Has 4 grams of sugar alcohol. That's interesting. I don't know if I've looked at that on a package before. No added sugars.
Well, this one doesn't have sugar alcohols, but it has 17 grams of sugar
In the builder.
in the builder. And no wonder I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Costco has 2 grams of sugar.
Okay. This one has 6 grams.
Oh.
That's the
Plant-based
Salty-licious. Yep.
Okay, Quest, 1 gram.
What did we call this one? Barbells? Bearbells?
Yeah.
Bearbells has 1 gram of sugar, 5 grams of sugar alcohol. So 2 of these have sugar alcohols in them. 2 of the bars.
And this has 14 grams of sugar.
Wow. I would have wanted that to be way sweeter. That's terrible.
Bye.
That was so bad.
Yikes. Okay, I think I know my like top 3.
Okay, let me look at mine real quick. I think I know my top 3 as well. Oh, you're gonna write them down. Okay.
Let's see if my rankings actually did that as well.
I don't want to look at the sugars again because I do feel like that's gonna change
It's gonna
things.
influence things a little bit.
Yeah. Bummer.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
I think I can only go with 2. I don't even think I can give myself a top 3.
Okay.
I mean, I can, but we'll talk about it.
All right. Okay, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Quest Bar.
Same.
So, protein content, great. Total calories, 200. Middle of the pack, about the same. Taste was really great.
Texture was pretty good.
Texture was good. It's like a bigger bar, so like I feel like it's worth the calories. And the sugar alcohols were super low.
Yeah.
So originally, I was gonna do the builders as my first. After seeing how many grams of sugar were in there, 17, I couldn't put it as one.
Yeah.
I don't want that. And I honestly didn't even want to put it in my top 3 anymore because of that. But the other one just tastes so bad. So that's my one.
I also said Quest was my number 1. I think 1, like across the board, it just like it hit the mark on the most number of things. Like it was pretty good. That's a pretty good bar.
Number 2?
Well, so it's interesting because actually, like by like scoring, I scored the
you
Think
did
Bar
get an
pretty
overall.
high.
Oh, I need to do some math. Okay, you keep talking.
I scored the Think Bar pretty high, but ultimately, like the macros aren't what I would be looking for, right? Like it's a much higher fat bar, a little bit less protein. So when I'm thinking about this from like a protein bar standpoint, like I feel like this to me almost was like dessert.
Okay.
Less like a protein bar. And if you do notice, like it is labeled keto, so like you should know right off the bat that it is
Gonna be a higher fat.
I think one of the reasons I had originally recommended this to a client of mine was because like because of the sugar was so low. And like the taste is pretty good for having low sugar. But for me personally, I would want a higher protein bar. So I took that out of my top 3. So my top 3.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I did. My top 3 was number 1, Quest, like we already said. Number 2, Costco. The macros are just too good.
That was gonna be, that's number 5 for me.
Really? The macros are just too good, and I didn't hate the flavor. I didn't hate the flavor or the texture.
I've just eaten too many protein bars
that are like that.
That here's the thing is, if I need protein and I need food, I refuse to choke down a bar. I would prefer to go get deli meat, meat stick, and put some nuts and some fruit with that than just having to suffer through good macros.
I agree. I hear you, and I probably more often than not also eat real food, but I do think like a major difference between you and I is I'm a sweets gal and you are like a savory gal.
So that didn't stay in though because that felt more like dessert.
Because it felt like more like dessert.
Right.
But for the for looking at a protein bar.
Okay.
But so like I kind of don't mind something that's like the texture maybe isn't great, but it's a little sweeter rather than eating like deli meat sometimes. That's what I meant. Okay, and then
fair.
third, I put the Bear Bell. I really didn't love the flavor on this one, and the texture was like, the flavor was better than the texture. The texture was worse, honestly, but the macros were pretty good, and it had more protein than the Think Bar.
Okay, so my Quest was obviously 1, even with the overall score. It actually came with a tie with the Delight Bar.
Yeah, so that one's good.
That one's good. So these were my first 2. Now, going off of solely, I guess, not knowing what the sugars were in here, this was just going to be my number 1 based off like how it tasted. It does have the most calories. It has 290, so it's like almost 100 more than most of these. So almost I would say on the verge of like not necessarily a meal replacement, but like kind of a little bit teetering on that.
I agree.
Where these are a little bit of like a quick fix. Hold you over,
yeah.
Where this is like kind of teetering on the verge of that. So that would have been my 3rd. But the sugars make me not want it to be my 3rd.
I would be really curious about the thermogenesis on this because I felt like it took so much work to eat this bar. Like if you have TMJ, probably don't get this bar.
I didn't feel that, and I did used to have TMJ.
It was so dense and hard. So like maybe it is more on par with the rest of these calorically after how much work you have to put into eating it. That's my opinion.
Were there any more outside of this that were like dairy-free, gluten-free?
Well, RX, but you threw that one away.
Yeah, RX. Because this one's just keto.
This one's gluten-free.
I don't think this one is like a... That's always just like what I look for as well.
It may contain milk. It's like pretty much dairy free.
So like if this one also said maybe like a gluten free or a dairy free, I might be like a little bit back on board with that, but it doesn't. It doesn't say. This one is gluten free.
Another pointer.
This one I already read the label and it had everything. So again, like. If you want clean, I would think this is the cleanest bar for you. This is the highest sugar bar. This is your dessert bar, but it has really low sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I really do think it's hard. It just depends on who you are.
Yeah,
like,
who you are, what you're looking for, what your needs are. But hopefully that helps give like a little bit of an idea. I think to finish it out, I'm going to eat my other half of my Quest bar, and then I'm going to follow it up with the other half of my Think for dessert.
Interesting. I think, this one I really liked. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this one, and I'll eat your half too.
No, I said that was my dessert.
Oh, bummer.
All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching.